So, hello, welcome. This is English grammar class, and today we are learning past perfect tense. Past perfect tense. So, I am Miss Anne Opara, and I'm here to guide you and teach you what past perfect tense is all about. So, are you ready to learn? Because I'm ready to teach. All right, that's awesome. So, let's move on. Let's go. So let's first of all understand the basics of past perfect tense. Now, past perfect tense describes an action that has occurred before another action in the past. So that means you have two actions involved when it comes to past perfect tense. So one action that has ended, another action that is about to start. So one is ending for another one to start. You understand? So an action has occurred before another action in the past. In the past. So your past perfect tense, it shows the order of events in the past. Remember that there are two actions involved, an ended action and a starting action. So looking at this example now, let's look at an example of an action that has ended. So she had left the office before I arrived. But we're talking about past perfect, so that means past tense, okay? So she had left the office before I arrived. So you can see two actions: somebody leaving the office or somebody who has left the office, and I am just entering the office. So she has to leave the office and then I arrived. So do you understand past perfect tense? So she had left the office before I arrived. So by the time we got there, the movie had started. Two actions, movie starting and then some people arriving. So by the time we got there, the movie had started. So take note that we make use of had when we are dealing with past perfect. So now let's look at the formation of past perfect tense. I already pointed it out that we make use of the auxiliary verb had, H-A-D, had, plus the past participle of the main verb. Example, you have eat, ate, eaten. So you use verb 3. Verb 1 is your present tense, which is eat. Verb 2, that is ate, the past tense, and you have your past participle, which is eaten. So you have write, wrote, written, drive, drove, driven. Do you understand that? Forgive, forgave, forgiven. So you're always going to make use of the third kind of verb. So that is your past participle, verb 3. So we make use of had plus the past participle of the main verb. So examples, you have I had eaten. So I is the subject, then had, then eaten. I had eaten. She had gone. So we have go, went, gone. So not she had went, not I had ate, but I had eaten. She had gone. They had studied. They had studied. So you can make use of your past perfect tense to construct positive sentences. Positive sentences means like yes. So examples we have: I had finished my homework before I went out with my friends. I had finished my homework before I went out with my friend. Negative would be I had not finished my homework before I went out, but I had, it means yes. So positive is yes. So I had finished my homework before I went out with my friends. So now for the negative, we have she hadn't read the book. That means she had not. So we just shortened this and made it she hadn't. So she had not read the book before its movie adaptation came out. So that means a movie came out, but the lady had not yet read the book before the movie adaptation came out. So you can see negative form. So you can make use of your past perfect tense when you are trying to confirm yes or confirm no. You can also use past perfect tense to ask questions. You can also use past perfect tense to ask questions. Example, had you completed the project before the manager said so? Take note, we keep making use of had. So now we are asking question, had you completed the project before the manager said so? Had you? So let's compare past perfect tense with simple past tense. I believe by now we understand past perfect tense. So we're just talking about two actions, an action that has ended and another action that is starting. So one has to end before the other one can start. And then things that I believe we have taken note of is that we always make use of had, H-A-D, had. And we always make use of the past participle of a verb, which I pointed out. So we've learned so far that we can use past perfect tense for positive sentences, negative sentences, and to ask questions. Now let's compare past perfect tense with simple past tense. I mean, they are both past tense, past tense. So what is the difference between the two of them? Now, your past perfect tense, like I've said earlier, describes an action that occurred before another action in the past. So for your past perfect tense, you have two actions, two actions. Now for your simple past tense, it simply describes an action that has been completed, just one single action. One single action. So that's one difference between the two. So your past perfect tense, two actions, your simple past tense, just one action that has already been completed. So now let's look at some examples. So we have past perfect tense examples and we have examples for simple past tense. So for your past perfect tense, we have I had eaten dinner before I went to the movie. So you can see two actions, eating dinner and going to the movie. So I had eaten dinner before I went to the movies. She had fallen asleep by the time I went up to bed. She had fallen asleep by the time I went up to bed. She had gone to the market before it started raining. She had gone to the market before it started raining. So that's your past perfect tense, two actions. Now let's take a look at your simple past tense. Now, Sam cooked a great meal. Ended. That's all. Just one action that has been completed. So Sam already cooked. He's no longer cooking. He already cooked a great meal. I met a childhood friend yesterday. Yesterday is gone. Yesterday has been completed. This is today. So I met a childhood friend yesterday. She woke up early in the morning. She woke up early in the morning. So you can see that your past perfect tense has two actions. Your simple past tense just has one completed action. So here are some keywords that we can make use of when we're trying to construct a past perfect tense kind of sentence. So you can make use of words like before, after, by the time, already, just. But take note that you are always going to make use of had, H-A-D, had, and the past participle of a verb. So words we can use now, we have before, after, by the time, already, just. Example, he had taken a shower after he came home from the gym. That means he came home from the gym, and when he got home, what did he do? He took a shower. So he had taken a shower after he came home from the gym. By the time she arrived, the party had already started. By the time she arrived, the party had already started. You know, some examples I was always making use of before, before, before. So now you've seen that you can make use of other words other than before. So we are almost rounding up this class, and here's a quick summary. So far we've looked at past perfect tense. We said this is used to describe an action that has occurred before another action in the past. And we always make use of the auxiliary verb had plus the past participle of the main verb. And your past perfect tense can be used to make positive sentences, negative sentences, and it can also be used to do what? Ask questions. I'm going to say some common kind of words you can use to construct your past perfect tense. We have before, by the time, after, so on and so forth. And with that, we have come to the end of today's English grammar class on past perfect tense. Thank you so much for listening as always. I look forward to seeing you in our next class. Bye.